Greetings, my Terrorcons, and welcome back to Orabot ASMR's Transformers Reviews. I just checked my analytics and realised it has been 3 friggin' weeks since I did a Transformers video. So what better figure to do than the third and final of the Terrorcons, besides the Freezer and Novocaine characters, Terrorcon Nightbird. So let's get stuck in, as usual, with the vehicle mode first. Just pop away back. As you can see, Nightbird is a Nissan Skyline R33 GTR, which is a slightly modified version of the car with a racing body kit. Sweet looking rims. I think those are what, like 22-inch rims, maybe, painted with this slick metallic pink. You've got these sort of pink gold side skirts on the car. You even got little rivets and screw holes, or not screw holes, you've got little rivets and stuff detailed here. That detail as well, that slick black, it's like charcoal black, extends all the way to the back. You've got a spoiler with the tail lights picked out in red paint. See detail on the top. You go around to the top, there's a little, I'm not too sure what this thing is, but it does make a nice noise if you run your finger on it. So there's that, you know, points for ASMR triggers. But if we come around to the front here, there's something I really like in particular. If we just zoom in there, you can see a Terrorcon insignia, a tiny little purple Terrorcon insignia molded in the front, which for a deluxe class figure, that's actually really incredible detail. Around you've got the racing body kit as well, with the pink gold highlights around the headlights, the grille section here, the bumper here on the front skirts of the car. So overall, this vehicle mode is a superb capturing of her likeness from the actual film, and in particular, I love how it feels like something you could create in Need for Speed. You know, just add the body kits, colour the rims, add that really sweet looking spoiler, and then you've got a really sick looking racing car. It's just a shame we didn't really get to see much of Nightbird in the movie though. I kind of wish she did more. But there's a time and a place for complaining about movies, and we're going to get stuck on the transformation here. So let's pop Nightbird into her robot mode. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just get your finger in here. You'll see there's a little bit of space for you to just push or get your finger. Well, there's actually a little bit of leverage here you can use to just almost split it. There we go. So split it and then bring it back so it's resting here. Bring the arm forward and out the way, and then just angle it up on this hinge here like so. Bring it down and open up the shoulder pad. Do the same thing on the other side, so just bring it around here. And there we go. Unpack that panel, flip it down here and just let it sit. Bring the arm upward, outward on the hinge, or rotate it around and then bring it upward on the double hinge, and flip out the shoulder panel, and we have the arms all done. You can just see Nightbird's head just kind of hanging out there. She's just having a good old time. But we'll pull the camera out a little bit for this. What we're going to want to do is just take this little back piece and unpeg it from the backs of the legs, or what will be the legs, and just keep this up for the time being. Come around to the front here, flip up this panel, and that will allow you to just free up this entire roof section. It's on a little hinge, you can actually rotate it around, but we'll just bring the legs up like this and then completely swing this whole section around. Take this part, flip it down, and flip the front, or the front of the nose of the car down as far as it will go, and we'll deal with the rest of that in time. So we'll work on the legs now. So what you're going to want to do is just come in to the leg here and separate it, bring the leg straight out, flip out what will be the foot, rotate it 180, angle the side skirt piece so that it's angled down the way, and take the foot and flip out the front of the toe, which actually kind of looks like a pair of heels now that I think about it. Maybe that was the look that we're going for. Do the same thing on the other side, disconnect the leg, flip it down, rotate 180, take this little part here and just Could have sworn I saw a stress mark there. Well, hopefully it'll be alright. Fingers crossed that'll be all grand. So we have her legs all done, and now at this point we're just mopping up the finishing touches. So we're just going to want to bring down the chest, and you can see there is a little nub here where it's going to connect. So just bring the arms out so there's a bit more clearance. You're going to want to take these chest pieces and just accordion them inwards as far as they will go, so they give a more close together look to it, make it more like a chest plate than just two car parts that are sort of stuck together. Actually, I tell a lie, the parts you're going to want to slip it into are these little notches here, not this one in the middle. That's more so just molded detail. So it will secure it with a nice little click. And let's see, what do we want now? Well, what we want to do is take this roof part here and tap it in here. It's not a very sturdy connection, so if it pops loose, just know that it's not, you know, just here. It's pretty much everyone who owns this figure, we have to deal with that roof popping out. And you're going to want to take the wings and sort of angle them slightly so they tap in nice and secure, and then flip. You're going to want to flip the wings out so they're angled in whatever way you like. And it's completely up to you. There's no instructions say to sort of straighten them out like regular wings, but you can have them angled whatever way you like. It really doesn't matter, besides they're kind of puny. But let's just give everything a little check to make sure it is complete. And yeah, that is Studio Series Rise of the Beast Deluxe Class Nightbird in her robot mode. And as someone who adores this updated take on an original G1 character with a modern twist, I think this version of Nightbird came out looking terrific. The detail, the almost feather-like skirt pieces, and the car parts, the head sculpt. I love the head sculpt. Let's take it in actually and get a look at it. Let's just zoom in a wee bit more. You can just see there a nice little silver for the mouth area and a clear, transparent purple dome piece, which I think looks terrific. And you come around to the side of it, and it's almost got like this sort of, oh, now that I think about it, if they had more, if the figure maybe was bigger, you would have a little mechanism that would allow you to just rotate that down to cover up the face and give it even more of a ninja look. But as it stands, I still think it looks amazing. Come on to the arms here, we can see some lovely and molded in detail, but I even like this part in particular, how it looks like the gas can at the back of the car. You can see you've got big old circle fists, the little wheels on the back, the shoulder pads, the car chest piece. Coming to the legs, they see that's the biggest issue with this figure is it's more than a little bit chunky with the kibble. But given that it's a deluxe rendition of a character who had one of the cleanest looking designs, there's the backpack popping again. Go figure. Given that it was a design that was very clean and didn't really have much robot or kibble in robot mode, yeah, they were going to have to make a few compromises here and there, especially given the car mode was pretty much perfect. Could maybe done with a bit more paint, but hey, you know, that's the same song and dance that everyone says with these Transformers. So, posability wise, Nightbird is rocking a decent set of posability. You can rotate her head about up that far and down that far. She doesn't really have that much motion because these little pieces limit the articulation, plus these car parts just kind of get in the road. Or you can move up that far, and you can rotate it the full 180 or the full 360. They can move like that far. The arms can bend at over 90 degrees at the elbow, and that part keeps popping off. You see that's the main problem with this thing. This part just keeps popping off. It's not even just my call by, but the legs can go up that far. Her toe can move inward, though that's more due to transformation. As for the knee, it can rotate or bend down at 2 hinges, so it's got one hinge here and one up here, so she's got double jointed knees. Sorry, I had a wee itch there, but I forgot to mention she also does have a toe pivot, but it's probably really annoying just having to constantly plug it in, but hey, it is what it is. Though this is more for transformation, you can get a really good rock out of it. You can pretty much rock it all the way to an unreasonable degree. So Nightbird's posability, it's pretty good. It's definitely lagging in some places, but it's not bad by any stretch, though. One thing that I will also mention is she does come with only one accessory. She comes with one of her katanas, which that always bugged me in the movie. How come she had multiple katanas, but in the toy she only has the one? You know, you could really create some really dynamic poses with the two katanas, especially given that you can actually plug them in on these little side skirt pieces. But yeah, you can have katana. This isn't Mortal Kombat. What are you talking about? But you can have Nightbird wielding her katana, just like in the movie, and you can get some pretty cool poses with her and the rest of the Terrorcons. So, final thoughts for Nightbird's robot mode. I think it looks stellar. You know, a lot of people have some mixed opinions on it, saying it as a slight redo of the mainline Nightbird, but honestly, I think for the looks alone, this is the superior version, and it feels good to handle. There's something about this figure, but I will say I don't like the clear plastic here. This is all painted clear plastic. Granted, it does feel pretty durable, but I'm super scared of it breaking, so I'm just, every time I transform her, it's just kid gloves with this part in particular. And speaking of transformation, how's about we get her back into her vehicle mode? So, I'm just going to take these back, and well, while I do the transformation back, I'll actually talk about how things are going for the channel recently. It's been a while since I did my last Transformers video, yeah, but I find a lot of joy in doing the Dust and Elysian Tale Let's Play, and even have an idea of doing a Dust roleplay at some point. I just really want to get it right, because it's a series that has, well, I wish it was a series of, it's just one game, but with such a beloved fan base who cherish it, and there's constantly people talking about the game, and it's just one of those things. I want to do it absolutely right. I don't want to feel like I'm, you know, screwing up certain aspects of, say, line delivery or just characterization, so I want to make sure I get this one absolutely right before I release it to the world. But let's see, just pop that in there. Also, I want to apologise if the second Dust episode was a bit uneventful. I know I probably sound like a broken record, but we'll leave the arms line up here for the time being. But I really just wanted to take my time with it. I'm not rushing to finish it or anything. I want to take my sweet time with it so people can just really enjoy the game and just get invested in the story, the characters, the world. You know, that's what these kinds of games are the best at. They suck you in with the story and the world, and you just find yourself completely invested. Let's see. Just have to bring that down. This is always the trickiest part, is just getting these leg parts angled up right. But yeah, I'm probably going to film Dust Part 3 either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, because I want to give the other episodes time to perform, as well as even gather just people's opinion on it, because I wanted to put those videos out there in particular as a way to bring more people to the channel, not just for the fans of Transformers, but the people who want to see Let's Plays or even more gaming related content. Because if you ask me, I think Dust is a game that needs to be brought to the masses. With games like Super Meat Boy, you never think they would take off, but they ended up having their own cult following essentially. So who's to say Dust won't get the same treatment if a sequel comes around, which I really am hoping that is the case. And we are done. There we have Nightbird back in her alt mode. And one last thing before I end this review is there's actually space for 2 katanas here that you can store on vehicle mode to create an exhaust. There's these little notches here, which using this peg on the sword, you can plug them in. So let's just do just that. Actually kind of helps having the camera zoomed in like this so I have a better view. But it is somewhat finicky to get in, so it could be a bit of a problem. There we go. just have it sort of sitting in there. It's not the best fit, but gets the job done well enough. Now she's one singular exhaust. But yeah, that is the Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beast Deluxe Class Nightbird. Thank you so much if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, or even if you come back after falling asleep. Whatever way you enjoy these videos, I hope it made your day, week, or night that bit more special. So, with all being said and done, this is Autobot ASMR, signing off for the night. Autobots, transform and roll out to bed till all are one.